What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about the top stocks to watch. We have some important economic events that can significantly affect the stock market coming up. So we're going to go over exactly what are the top stocks to get involved in if the overall stock market pulls back in spite of what can potentially happen tomorrow and then the day after that. So I'm going to cover all this important information, and we're also going to go over a quick stock market recap coming up. Now, before we get into the video, I appreciate if you hit the like button. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. So on yesterday's video, we talked about that we are going to be building a YouTube portfolio. So we had some solid suggestions that were laid down in the comment section below. So also drop in the comments what are the companies that you're bullish or you're bearish on, so we can analyze it and see exactly what are the top stocks to pick from the comment section below and include it in the portfolio. So from yesterday's picks, so we have BCL because if there's acquisitions, HPR. We have Nick that is saying SGBX, SG stock, zero debt, already profitable, 22 million in guaranteed contracts for 2021 and 44 million market cap. So this is going to be the stocks that we're going to create a watch list on, and once our accounts, the money that we are going to be depositing settles, we're going to go over and pick some of these stocks, and we're going to be opening a position on them live, and then we're going to see how they're going to be doing. And of course, if we're going to make profit, it's going to be a great opportunity for us, to share the money at the same time. So we have also PRVB, they have a treatment for diabetes, FDA approval, hopefully on July, will rise when more and more start hearing about leading up and huge if they receive FDA approval, since diabetes is such an epidemic. So this is also a company that I put on the watch list that was recommended in the comments. We have ACHV, been big on this for 6 months, huge long-term potential, and one of the only cures to nicotine addiction. It was very promising data that was come up, and it's $5. Okay, so we're definitely going to be putting this company also in the comments, in the watch list, that the stock that we're going to potentially add to the portfolio. We have GBLC. If you guys drop a comment on OTC stocks, Webull doesn't have an OTC available, so we cannot open them in our Webull account. So the Webull account is only dedicated to the comment section portfolio, the YouTube portfolio. So you have to have a company that is listed in the NASDAQ or in the New York Stock Exchange, and that is going to be able to help it. Also, if it has options, that's the most important thing. It has to have options, so you're able to participate on it and also lay down your thesis very concretely and very briefly, just like what Nick did or what Shawn or Nick did. So you have to lay it down just like that. So another company that we're going to be talking about, BFT, is also the company that we're going to be watching out. We have Riot, and those are the companies that are on the watch list that we'll see once our money is settled down. We're going to be depositing it. Once our money is settled, we're going to be opening positions on it. Of course, we also have a Palantir that was suggested from the Patreon members. So moving forward, when you look at exactly what to watch for the long-term portfolio, if the overall stock market is pulled back tomorrow, we're going to be looking at to add to our long-term portfolio. So we had a slight pullback in our portfolio, so the company that we're going to be watching to add is going to be GHVI. Now, this is a company which is a SPAC, so I really like the fact that it is selling off. It's selling out to the downside. So if we have an additional sell-off all the way to $13 or even $14, I'm definitely going to be picking up some few shares tomorrow. We also have Etsy. This is also a company that I've been eyeing on. I missed the previous dip that happened all the way, when it dropped below $200, it went all the way to $188. So if you have a sell-off that happened in spite of what Jerome Powell might potentially say for tomorrow, then I can definitely going to take advantage of it if it drops below $200. And also another company that I like to add is going to be Boeing. Boeing has been in a very tight range for the past few months. It had a pretty big sell-off that we experienced, in spite of what happened to the pandemic, and also the negative news with Boeing coming out left and right in spite of what happening to their planes. And right now, they actually had a very phenomenal breakout out of the $241 area. So after it broke out, it went all the way to $276, and it went down to $255. So if it could potentially pull back tomorrow too, I'm definitely going to be adding this stock to our portfolio for the long term. We had a phenomenal, we hit all-time highs, as I said yesterday. So it's going to be really interesting to look at exactly what the stock market is going to be doing tomorrow. So we had some slight sell-off that happened later on. We're going to be talking about it, but the price target for all of these companies, except for the SPAC, is going to be for them to hit a new 52-week high and also break out. So that is going to be our profit target. But I believe for Boeing stock, it can go to the pre-pandemic levels of around above $300 all the way to $350. So that's like a $100 move that we can expect for it. So definitely keep an eye on Boeing stock. There's been more positive news coming out. Also airlines seem like to be recovering, and there are even ordering some new planes. So that is fantastic to see. The price target for Etsy, when we get involvement from the dip, is of course for it to break out of the all-time highs, and we are also going to be holding it for the long term. So it's not going to matter that much too. And for this company, of course, we're going to be holding it for the long term too, and we're going to expect the short-term price target, if you decide to swing trade, is going to be at $28. So let's talk about exactly what to expect and what happened to the stock market today. So we had some really strength from the big tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, semiconductor stocks. They did pretty well compared to the other sectors like energy, financials, and we even have some recovery stocks like the airlines, the travel stocks. They've been doing very, very well, those value stocks. But things kind of shifted a little bit. Now we're seeing strength, and the NASDAQ companies, NASDAQ has been getting beat down. The tech stocks have been beaten down, the past few days, the tech sector. So they're recovering a little bit. But we have some important economic reports tomorrow, like we have the building permits, SAR coming up in 8:30 a.m. We also have the housing starters coming out at 8:30 a.m. This is definitely going to be important if you have some real estate stocks, some REITs. But of course, the main thing is going to be at 2 p.m. Federal Reserve announcement, and we have at 2:30 p.m. the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell is going to be having a press conference. So definitely be on the lookout for that. That can significantly shift things around. So if we have a slight sell-off, as I mentioned, we are going to be adding to our positions on our long-term portfolio. So those are the top stocks that I'm going to be watching over there in the Patreon page and also in our Discord. So that is going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comments section below, and also drop in the comments what are the top stocks that you're watching, and if you're either bullish or bearish on, so we can consider it and add it to our watch list so you can participate in the YouTube portfolio. So if you have any questions, as I mentioned, make sure you drop it. If you want free stocks, free Bitcoin, join the private Discord chat. Check out the links in the description box below. But make sure you manage your risk. As I said, tomorrow is going to be a little bit rocky, a little bit volatile. But I catch you guys on another video tomorrow. Let's get it. Have a wonderful day.